it's hard to scale fix and flips. It's hard to scale wholesaling. It's not always a predictable marketplace for both of those. And what's easier to scale and more tried and true is apartment building complexes and just general real estate buy and hold strategies where you buy for a great price, fix it up, rent it for top dollar, refinance, cash flow, refinance, repeat.
Totally. It's like the mixture of, Totally. It's like the mixture of, 20 homes or 30 homes or 100 homes, that kind of stuff. That's exactly how I got started from single family. I didn't do wholesaling or flipping that much. I just was developers. I built some custom home, but then multifamily and hotels and all these, now so many different facets, of the commercial. So let's go into a little bit deeper. What motivates you? And how do you spend your day? Because a lot of people want to raise money, but they are not excited to reach out to investors. That's the problem I find in my academy also. People are underwriting. But if you don't have the money, what good is underwriting? Tell me, right?
Yes. So I've been in both positions, right? I've had too much investors and not a great deal, which is a problem. And I've had a great deal and not enough capital behind me. Yes. So, which is really a bigger problem. So, no, I mean, raising capital isn't really fun, right? There's fun parts to it, but I have to say the fun part of in my opinion, the fun part of real estate is investing the money, right? Going out, looking at the properties, improving the properties, sometimes, creating the spreadsheet, analyzing the deal, doing the due diligence. That can get tiresome. I understand that it is work at the end of the day, but, seeing the properties repositioned and, dealing with all those improvements and just analyzing the deals and going out and touching it and seeing the real estate. That's one of my favorite parts of the business. Now, I'm in a position now where I'm in charge of fundraising, marketing, and branding. Now, I do like marketing, branding, and fundraising, but it's not as much, in my opinion, exciting as going out and doing the operations in the business. But of course, if you ask my business partner who does the operations in the business, he'd say, well, no, it's actually a ton of work and it's very frustrating. Tenants, and contractors and staff, and service providers. And, so I get it. The grass is always greener on the other side. But to be a fundraiser, you absolutely can't be like, oh, I just want money, because money will only motivate you until you're about 32. Right around there, you start to make money, right? Or I made a bunch of money, and I'm like, well, actually, money doesn't really buy happiness. It buys temporary happiness and nice cars and cool places to live, and you get a pretty girlfriend. But at the end of the day, what I found was the family, my wife, my newborn son. My passions and my passion in motocross. I love to ride dirt bikes and ATVs on the weekend and get out. And that's kind of an expensive hobby, being able to afford that and have time to do that. So my hobbies, my passions, my family, that's what motivates me. The side product is the wealth. The side product is the cash flow, the money I earn to pay my bills and support my family. Boy, if that's your main driver, you'll do it for a few years and you're going to burn out.
So true what you're saying. I just turned 70, guys. 70 this weekend over Saturday. We were in Punta Puerto Vallarta and Punta Mita with the family. It was so great. And I feel so charged up. At 70, I feel like I'm 17 or 27, with
oh
excitement.
My gosh. Yeah. You look good for 70. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're 70. You still have most of your hair.
all of it.
Look at that head of hair. Wow. Look at that.
The good part is, I think, when you enjoy what you're doing, it's no work. It's not a work. I mean, you could work 15 hours, 17 hours. My wife says, Vinney, you're so excited still at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night. But what you're saying is so right. If you are focusing in yourself, then it's not right. You got to focus on your family, the things that you want to give to and have a bigger cause in life. Then you will enjoy it more. Like you do different festivities, happiness comes in enjoyment,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think to add to that, a lot of, us business owners, we get caught up in KPIs, the bottom net profit, our share price, how much money I raised this month. Did I meet my goal? And that doesn't make us who we are. If I fall short one month on fundraising, I'm not a bad businessman. I'm not a bad fundraiser. I'm going to improve those steps, go forward.
Totally.
And also the market works in different ways. Some months like, the money comes in. You're like, what the heck did I do right? You don't even know, right? It's just like, you know what I did right the last 3 years, that's what I did right.
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my apartment syndication made easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
What I did right the last 3 years, that's what I did right? Or someone calls you up out of the blue and says, hey, I've been following you for 5 years and I have, $400,000.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking when you're doing these podcasts, doing all things. So, it's important, to focus on not just the bottom line, not just how much money's in your bank account, because that's going to be a factor that's going to get you down at the end of the day. It's really about, hey, what's my main vision? Remember the wins you've had, play off those wins, make sure everyone knows about those wins too. And, the losses, we have to learn from them and remember them, write them on your wall. Don't forget them. But if you judge yourself based on your failures, you'll never succeed.
I love that. Love that what you just said. I mean, the past is past. Learn from it. Like I say, the same thing, mindset. You got to always believe there is hope and good future ahead of us. We got to believe in that in our mind. Then manifestation of that happens. If you think that I'm going to get $1 million investor, you got to believe, first of all, that there is money around you. Right. I say that, I say that all the time. If you think there is no money around you, there's no money around you. But if you think there are millions of dollars around you, it's there. And you will find a way to get them happily involved. Like you said, it's education, it's trust, it's your brand, everything that brings people together. But then it's your job to share with them what you're doing and how you're going to be bringing a deal to them. And they, like family and friends, right? Offering 5 or 6B. Most of us do those. So we got to have the investors, waiting on the sideline. When the deal comes, we could get them happily involved.
Oh, yeah.
So what kind of softwares are you using? Maybe if you want to talk about that, what kind of apps are helping you? What lead magnets and all funnels? Yeah,
sure. So we're a vertically integrated real estate investment firm. We have an in-house property management company. We raise our capital in-house as well. And we analyze our deals and basically, do everything in-house here. So we're a lean, mean company. We're not the biggest guys out there. We're not the smallest, but we're a lean, mean company. And we're doing this about 10 years. So we use AppFolio to help manage our properties.
I use the same,
right. It's worth the money. Before we had AppFolio, it's literally like hiring another employee, so that's what my property manager said. It's literally like hiring an employee, so really great tool there. Definitely worth the cost. To raise capital on the capital raising end, we work with Syndication Pro.
Okay.
I shopped around too, like, that the fundraising is my department. So I shopped around. pretty tirelessly for a good syndication software. And for years, I didn't use one. I kind of used like a combination of a CRM, DocuSign, Google Docs,
I've done it. Yeah.
And I was like piecing it all together. And I was like, what the heck am I doing? Like half of my day is like chasing down paperwork and making sure files are here. And I'm like, come on, you got to think like a, CEO here. So
I love it.
Invested a little cash, it was worth it. And I looked at Juniper. I looked at AppFolio's syndication software. I looked at Cashflow Portal, which is like kind of the lower end of the spectrum. And I think AppFolio Juniper is kind of the higher end. And I landed on Syndication Pro because they were about 30% less than Juniper, but offered, in my opinion, all the same resources.
I love it. Love it. I just did the Regard in Houston. I bought it, 63 million. I offered it through Syndication Pro. It was amazing, and I'm doing Bitcoin mining right now, and I'm doing it through the Syndication Pro.